All right, let's talk about a cycle that looks at oxygen and carbon dioxide, the oxygen-carbon dioxide cycle. Now, what's fascinating, I think, and we'll talk about it, maybe you'll talk about it in another year, it has to do with earth science, really, and it's how our atmosphere formed. And where did the oxygen come from? Where did the carbon dioxide come from? Where did the water come from? Etc. But let's start simply somewhere. Let's start somewhere. Let's start with plants, okay? Plants take in carbon dioxide plus water, and they produce what? They produce glucose. That's what that is, glucose, C6H12O6, write that down. They produce glucose, food, wood, whatever, and oxygen. Okay? Yes? Easy? This all here, this is energy too. Energy from the sun, right? When I say energy, I mean sunlight. Okay, and that's important. It's sunlight, visible light. Not heat, but visible light. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's what plants do. So that's how our oxygen is produced. If we need to replenish our oxygen, we're going to have to plant a lot of trees, etc. Where is most of our oxygen actually made?
From the trees?
No, actually certainly trees produce oxygen. There's no question about that. But where does the vast majority of the oxygen that's produced by plants actually originate?
Forest?
No, those are trees again. Trees like, and I understand your point, maybe not trees, maybe the ecosystem in the forest. It's where the land and water meet. That's where most of the oxygen is produced. Marine environments specifically. Marine environments, okay?
Yeah.
If you need to go get a drink of water, you can do that. Don't just sit there and suffer, okay? So marine environments, yes? So it's where the land meets the water. That's where most of our oxygen is actually. Salt marshes, for instance. Salt marshes. In Bangladesh, is very famous for what? What kind of environments? What kind of organisms? Plant organisms where are very are in the water, in land. It's kind of like where the land meets the water. Anybody know? Anybody want to look that up? What kind of marine plants are in the major marine plant in Bangladesh, for instance? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is it?
You're searching.
All right, search that and give me that before I end, okay?
Okay.
Now, so that's going to take carbon dioxide and water, and I'm going to produce my oxygen. Yes? Now, the animals are going to eat the sugar. Okay? We'll just say, can we just call it food? It's just easier to write. So we're going to take this food. This is animals. Us.
Yeah.
Life. This is photosynthesis. We know that, right? Photosynthesis, and I know you've known this for years. I talked to third graders that know this. Photosynthesis, I was stunned that they know what CO2 is, and they know that's carbon dioxide. Absolutely stunned. So, and they produce what? They produce carbon dioxide, you can breathe it out, take in oxygen, right? Take in oxygen, and it goes, you have this gas exchange, is in what, in your what? Where's the gas exchange? What is it? Here, right here, okay, I know, okay. But where, what's it called? What's the organ in your body? Say it. Lungs, yeah, come on, dude. Lungs, yeah. You okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. I just thought you might be an alien in disguise that really doesn't have lungs. I didn't, maybe never heard of lungs before. Okay? And this is what we use to regulate our body temperature, to keep warm, to keep alive. You don't produce this, you're done. Yes? You're done. So you're gonna breathe the water vapor. Okay? The carbon dioxide, really, you're gonna breathe out. Yeah? You get it?
Yes.
Okay. This is actually done through, it doesn't bubble in your cells, it actually dissolves in your blood and becomes carbonic acid or bicarbonate. And then when it gets to your lungs, it's converted to a gas. This is a gas. This is a gas, right? This is gaseous or liquid, whatever the case may be. Okay, so that's really the carbon dioxide water cycle. And this is respiration. If I do this and I start and I burn wood, is this the same thing?
No.
No. How? No.
It's exactly the same thing.
How?
If you burn wood, if you burn methane on your stove, it's exactly the same thing. This is a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon. Okay? It's a hydrocarbon. Okay? Maybe a little oxygen in there. Okay? Methane does the same thing. Methane looks like this. 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen. Propane is like this. That's propane, C3H8. Yeah? Okay? This is C6H12O6. Yeah? So, gasoline, petrol. Petrol has the dominant chemical in petrol is C8H18, octane. Okay? So when I combine this with oxygen, I produce this. Plus energy. Does that look familiar?
Yes. Yeah.
Similar?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, if I do this and it's fire, flame, spontaneous, okay? It's called combustion. If you look at the news, California has these gigantic, many times the size of Bangladesh. It's on the whole northern part of the state of California. California, get this, are you ready? California is one of the largest states in the United States. It's the 6th largest economy in the world. Just that one state. The northern third of it is on fire. It's like, can you imagine if all of Bangladesh was on fire? That's what it's like. I mean, it's unbelievable. And all the, get these incredible winds, you have drought, you have enormous forests, it's all on fire. Houses are burning. Firefighters are going to fight these flames, they're coming back home, and their house is all burned down. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So that kind of uncontrolled respiration, that's combustion. Respiration is controlled. Respiration occurs in the body. There's something called enzymes. You ever hear of an enzyme? Yeah, you know enzymes, okay. Enzymes are protein-based chemicals that regulate chemical activity in the body. And it's controlled. It's very tightly controlled. Combustion is wood burning, a giant fire. That's combustion. Similar, one's very fast and one's very slow. Yes? But it's the same. It's the same idea. So here we're starting with carbon dioxide and we're producing oxygen. Now I take this and I burn it either through respiration, controlled enzymatic activity, or I have an uncontrolled burn of that same food. We call it gasoline, we call it wood, we call it garbage, we call it whatever we want to call it, paper. It's still the same, it's from the plant. Okay? And gasoline and oil comes from prehistoric creatures, but they were living at one time. It's called biofuel. Okay? Biofuel. Coal, gasoline, oil, biofuels, right? And that uncontrolled burning is called combustion. Clear? Are we all right?
Yeah.
We're done.